Crunchy satisfaction and cheesy perfection.
Oh, who's winning the Cheez-It Bowl?
I'm talking about Cheez-It, the perfect cheesy snack to watch the game with.
You know, I almost went pro, but I blew out my knee.
You don't have any knees, Cheese.
Man, cheesy, crunchy satisfaction.
The fuck is it? It's coming from the sky. Fuck you now.
See if I can get some of this on film. Sadie? You hear that? You hear that, Sadie? What is it? What's that noise, Sadie? Oi. What's that noise? Looks like it scared my dog off.
Stop!
Discoveries and achievements of mankind are being hidden from you. That is not right. My story starts as a kid. I grew up in a small town in southern Nevada. My dad was an aerospace engineer. I remember he always worked late hours. He could never tell us what he did for a job. My mom always told me not to ask him about it. He taught me to fly at an early age. I was a licensed pilot at 15. And when I got old enough, I went into the Marine Corps.
Strange sounds coming from the sky.
As a pilot.
Oh,
One
From Aliens, The Return of Christ, and the idea of skyquakes. Let me know what you think of the
Some of the creatures on this list have been well identified for years, while others remain a mystery. Try to imagine how you would react if somehow you found yourself face to face with each of these giants. Or better yet, how would you survive? Male one sunny day, when he suddenly stops and looks around. It's hard to describe, but somehow his surroundings feel different and mysterious. He soon locates the source of his bad feeling After getting onto his hands and knees and peering into the sewer grate, this is what he sees down a long tunnel. A giant alligator looks back at him, its mouth wide open. It lets out a ferocious hiss as a warning sign not to come any closer. The two of them hold eye contact and forget how at the tape. And you'll see a small green ball resting by the alligator. I can't help but wonder if, moments before this recording, a small child or dog went to retrieve the ball and saw the same thing that Lewis did. Number As it glides across the ocean with a silky stride, the camera person excitedly pans around to keep the beast in their sights. Unable to believe what they are witnessing, the formless monster hangs around the rig for a while before losing interest in moving on. When this video first surfaced, most people thought that it had to be part of a whale, but that theory proved incorrect. Scientists said that part of the whale was too nutritious to float around the ocean for very long, and that it would be eaten almost immediately. They were eventually able to identify the creature as a giant jellyfish called the Deepstaria reticulum. Number 8. The largest gator ever. Imagine being on a nature preserve and seeing this scaly monstrosity walk directly in your path.
This gator had quite the audience yesterday at Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County. Kim Joyner is sharing this video with us. Thanks, Kim. And you can see the gator slowly walking across the grass.
That's exactly what happened to the visitors of the Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County, Florida. Fortunately for them, the alligators seem to be more concerned with finding water than finding food. The largest Florida alligator on record is a little over 14 feet long, but wildlife resource officials believe that the alligator in this video could have been larger. The only problem is that they are too afraid to get an official measurement, and I honestly can't say that I blame them. Number 7. Leviathan hears a giant. A YouTuber named Leviathan is on a hiking trip when he hears strange noises in the distance. Just when he seriously suspects that he's not alone in the woods, a series of large footprints confirms his suspicions. He now fears for his safety and has already decided to leave when he hears the same noises again, much closer now than before.
Hey Busy Bees! Hot Cocoa Kisses combine delectable marshmallow cream in the center and classically delicious Hershey's milk chocolate, creating the experience of drinking a hot cocoa. And these are only available for a limited time. They're gone by Christmas, so get them now.
The predatory call encourages him to make a quick retreat back to civilization. Leviathan still has no idea what was making this noise. Hands on it, which resemble an elephant's tusk and sell for around $200 a piece. Scientists have been finding their hollowed out shells for years, but only recently did they get their hands on an actual specimen for further study. When they cracked open its shell for a closer look, this is what came slithering out. The 5-foot-long creature flops out of its casing and stinks up the room. It was found in a sulfur-rich mud pool where it had been feasting on putrid bacteria for years. Who knows what else researchers will find at that location. Number 5. The construction worker discovery. Construction workers in Brazil were performing a demolition job when they came across the flattened remains of a 33-foot anaconda. If you want to get a better feel for how gigantic this snake is, just count how many seconds it takes them to film the reptile's entire body. Not much more information about this story is available, but then again, not much more information is required. This is a gigantic snake that, given the opportunity, would have little problem squeezing your ribs until they cracked and making you its next meal. Number 4. Stalked and eaten. If you ever travel to the Indonesian islands, be on the lookout for these 150-pound human-hunting lizards. The Komodo dragon has a never-ending appetite that allows them to eat up to 120 pounds in a single meal. In other words, they can eat something that's 80% of their own body weight without much of a problem. They will even eat humans if they become desperate enough for food, which is surprisingly often. They have been known to ambush stray tourists on trails and have even gone after entire villages at the top of a person's foot while they were visiting the Los Angeles Zoo. Number 3. The Sky Creature. This footage was reportedly taken on a flight somewhere over Zambia. A person is casually recording out their window when a giant humanoid creature starts to materialize in the distance. The creature seems to keep pace and ride alongside them for a moment before disengaging and twisting away. The obvious answer to this is CGI. If it's not CGI, however, then what this creature could be is anyone's guess. Number 2. The Beijing sighting. This footage supposedly comes from the capital of China, where a massive, slow-moving creature makes its way across the polluted city landscape. Steps and all forms of news and social media. This could very likely be CGI, but if it's real, then there is no information as to how this situation was ultimately resolved. Before we get to number 1, if you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores and
DylanIsChillinYT,
I also have
done.
a Twitter at YT_chills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions.
This is kind of sad.
If you'd like to see more of these videos
My
in the
name
future,
chat,
then hit
funny
that
chat,
subscribe
funny
button
chat.
because I upload a new video every Thursday. Number 1. The Barbados Impossibility. The uploader of this video says that this sighting happened on the Barbados Islands sometime in 2017. A huge humanoid is stomping off in the horizon, its footsteps echoing throughout the tropical night scenery. The creature appears to have 4 long limbs and a gigantic bushy upper body that is completely covered in some kind of fur or else some kind of plant growth, possibly leaves or mold. It lets out a huge bellowing roar as it makes its way across the island. In the unlikely case this is not CGI, then what you are witnessing is definitely a modern day giant or some sort, though its true origins may never be fully understood.
Let's go.
Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new video every Thursday. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of my other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy.